This is Good Morning San Diego.
Good morning, everybody.
It is 6:30 on your Thursday morning. Glad you could join us for a while this morning.
Coming up, political ads can bring out cynics when it comes to election season, right? Especially those ones that are just so negative. But studies actually show that they are effective.
Yeah, we'll talk to a political ad expert whether the good outweighs the bad when it comes to election ads in just a few moments. Campaign advertisements have gone hand in hand with our elections and are often associated with dirty politics. People often wonder why politicians spend time and money bashing their opponents instead of just sticking to the issues. Here to talk about how political ads work and if they're the right approach is election law expert Stefan Passantino. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
First of all, they must work because they just keep on coming, don't they?
Well, I mean, that's absolutely the case, is that everyone talks about how much they don't like negative ads, but all of the advertising professionals say they work, and as long as they work, we're going to keep seeing them.
All right, we're going to put up a couple of examples, and we're going to talk about these in particular. One of them that everybody's seen over the past couple of months is the one that connects Romney to someone's death. Let's listen in just to the first few seconds to refresh people's memories.
I don't think Mitt Romney understands what he's done to people's lives by closing the plant. I don't think he realizes that people's lives completely changed. When Mitt Romney and Bain closed the plant, I lost my health care, and my family lost their health care. And a short time after that, my wife became ill. I don't know how long she was sick. And I think maybe she didn't say anything because she knew.
All right, and it goes along and says his wife basically died because
basically
of
Mitt Romney killed his wife.
Right.
Right, that's basically what that is.
Where do you go with this ad? I mean, is this effective or is this just low and dirty?
It's not effective, and this is low and dirty, and this is one of those situations where the best ads, the most effective political ads, are the ones that speak to what people already think, what they already know, and that reinforces that, maybe in a way that they hadn't thought of before. And if you're thinking something and you see an ad that basically reflects what you're thinking, you're like, boy, that's a really smart ad, because that says what I'm already thinking. That ad doesn't really do that. That ad says to somebody, you know, the person that says, gee, you know, I always thought that Mitt Romney was a serial killer. Well, all right, it might reach to that person, but that person's not going to be voting for Obama or Mitt Romney, and is certainly not more likely to vote because of that ad. That doesn't speak to what people are already thinking. That's not an effective ad.
All right, let's go to a second ad, and this one is more effective. Listen in.
It's 3 a.m. and your children are safe and asleep. But there's a phone in the White House and it's ringing. Something's happening in the world. Your vote will decide who answers that call. Whether it's someone who already knows the world's leaders, knows the military, someone...
All right, let's talk about this one as we go along. Well, first of all, tell us how this one ends for the folks who haven't seen it.
Right, well, this is an ad, a very effective ad that Hillary Clinton ran when she was running in the Democratic primary against then-Senator Barack Obama. And what that ad spoke to was the fact that it's 3 o'clock in the morning, there's an emergency in the White House. Who do you want answering the phone, Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama? And the reason that ad was so effective was because it spoke to the concern that people had at the time that maybe Senator Obama wasn't up to the task of handling that 3 a.m. phone call. It was telling us something that we already were thinking, and it reinforced that in a very, very effective way.
All right, having said all of that, there's a new trend over the recent years, and it has to do with all these PAC ads, that the candidates can actually back off and say, listen, I didn't have anything to do with that. The PAC had something to do with it. And those can be quite nasty.
Right. In fact, those are more likely to be nasty, and that is the real game change that has happened in this election cycle, even from the last one, which is because of changes in the law, you have these outside groups are now able to use corporate and union money to basically say directly whatever they want to slime anybody that they want to slime on the air. And what the only rule is you can't coordinate those ads with the candidate. Well, that's exactly what those candidates want, because those are the ads that run the really negative, ugly stuff, and it allows the candidate that plausible deniability of, I never saw that ad, I don't know, I sure hope they take out anything that's not true, but the campaigns all love the fact that someone else is doing their dirty work.
You're with a law firm. Why can't we stop these? Why can't we sue a certain thing to keep it off the air?
Well, we've got the First Amendment as the first part of it, and obviously that's a big part of it. And the one that was sort of the controversial element of all of this is that the Supreme Court has now recognized that corporations and unions have that same First Amendment right to say what they want, and spending money for political speech is speech. Right. Now, when it comes to representing candidates, which I've done, which our firm does, is you don't really necessarily want to get in the business of suing TV stations for running ads. What you really want to do is you want to be in a position to say, these ads are absolutely false, they're malicious. You want to get your facts out there, why those ads are malicious, but you're really appealing to the court of public opinion there.
All right, the season has begun in earnest until November, right?
Absolutely. Stay tuned.
And you will stay busy, I'm
Absolutely,
sure. All right,
yes.
Stefan, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.